So The Tonight Show. Wow. Did you ever think that The Chosen could take you to The Tonight Show?
I had hoped it would, but you know, when it happens, you still pinch yourself, and you're like, wow, I'm on The Tonight Show. This is crazy. It's crazy. God is so good.
It really does show just what an influence that The Chosen has had. And when I think about season 5, Jesus is going through some really difficult times. As an actor, it must be an exciting season because you get to use so much of your range. Has this been a particularly challenging season to prepare for?
Absolutely. Yeah, it challenged me in all of those ways that you just mentioned. You know, having that range, having the ability to kind of go to different places emotionally, and it's like, well, how do I get there, and what motivates that? And so, getting to portray these scenes and emotions that people really haven't ever seen on film before, as Jesus, for me, was super exciting.
Yeah, turning over tables. I mean, to channel that anger, but you could tell even within the scene, it was a very purposeful anger.
It is righteous anger indeed, and it is motivated by defense of the poorest, and the reaction to the essentially the blasphemy and the sacrilege that was occurring within the temple walls, perpetrated by those who are meant to protect the temple and to sanctify and to keep the temple holy. Basically, where they were defiling or allowing the defilement of the temple, and still claiming to be religious leaders. And that was the ultimate hypocrisy for Christ.
Yeah. It just seems like it's been such an incredible journey. Being with this character, and obviously a very important character, for 5 years. How has the experience changed you?
Well, in reality, it's been 7 years.
Oh my goodness.
So 5 seasons in 7 years. So I've had a lot of time to spend with this character, and then even going back 4 years before with Dallas Jenkins in short films, playing this character. So he's somebody I've been living with as almost as an alter ego, so to speak, and I use that very, very lightly, for almost a decade at this point, or actually more than a decade.
Incredible.
So I feel very, very protective of him as a character, as a God to me personally, as a Catholic Christian. He's essentially the most important priority in my life. So every season we approach, I always have to evaluate it from multiple angles. How do I feel about it as Jonathan, as a person, as an artist, as a man of faith, as a man of a very specific faith? You know, how am I going to approach the character with all of that going into it? So there's a lot that is considered whenever, beginning a new season.
Yeah, I can imagine that because of the character you play, because of how much it means to so many people, including you, including me, there's so much responsibility that goes in with that. Is that daunting? Is that a heavy weight to bear as an actor?
I think it used to be in the beginning especially, but Dallas and I kind of worked through that and recognized that, there's only so much responsibility we can take for this show and its success. And our job is to show up and bring our loaves and fish, as Dallas likes to say, and then God performs the miracle. And that's truly how it is. My job is to show up as a willing vessel and act as a kind of a mirror to the divine light that hopefully is coming through the scriptures that we've captured on film. And then whatever God does with that, that's on him. And we get to watch the fruits of that take place.